Man of numbers.
Yeah.
So what we're intending to purchase those, some of the pocketbook constitutions from the Cato Institute. We've got some back here on the table. World's smallest political quiz, T-shirts, flag, etc. Just things to draw people in, get them interested, get them talking. Hopefully take away, maybe membership due. General supplies, business cards, lapel name tags, signs, literature, that sort of thing that we can use for canvassing, any sort of other fundraising. And then the meetup fees, we have annual renewal, $75 that are upcoming, so we need another 75. So the total of that's $575.
Brian,
Yep.
or is this something that for information, are we voting on this tonight, or and then is there ways that we are looking to get money to help on this? I don't know how what you're planning.
It's proposed, so if you have a different opinion, it needs to be more or less, you're an EC member, so you could make a motion to revise it.
And my only thing I was going to suggest is, I spoke to Kathy before, and has she ever made her fulfilled her pledge of the $100 for?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so
I
then,
have to double check.
Yeah, so we need to follow up with her on that.
Okay.
But the other part is what she mentioned, and I think since we have an officer down in the state part of this, what can we ask state to help us out with? I mean,
Sure.
like the meetup fees, annual renewal fee, that might be something to just say, here's this, or or here's 200 constitutions. There's things like that I would like to see we try and ask state to help us out with.
And I mentioned that earlier on, is that we solicit funding directly from state and national, so
Yeah, no,
that's something that goes
no,
in,
we
sure.
we did snigger a little bit, but I think that's something that we have to follow up on, and we have to do that now. So
I agree.
I would like to, I don't know the formal way to do this, but I would think one of the county officers should take an action point to contact and find out what, if anything.
Okay, I'll definitely I'll take an action item for that and get in touch with Robert, or actually, we have someone that's in a better position for that.
Question on the, just for my information in general, is that you went to the war tour thing last year, correct?
Right. Uh-huh.
What did the state provide as far as supplies and things for that? Because I think this is a better opportunity for this. I certainly want to have equal representation for us, the thing we've had there.
I don't know, because our county party didn't contribute to that at all. I mean, in terms of funding, I attended, but we didn't contribute in terms of funding. So I'm not sure if Dallas and state split it. Robert Butler, the executive director, was there.
What did they bring as far as supplies? Were they handing?
Oh, that's what, I'm sorry. I thought you meant how did they actually?
Yeah, I'd like to know what supplies they were doing. Was it?
Lots of T-shirts, world's smallest political quizzes.
So those were on purchase. What were they giving as handouts and things like that would be free for us to do the similar type scenario?
World's smallest political quizzes, a lot of those.
Okay. Maybe any stickers, bumper stickers, anything like
They
that?
did. They had Texas Libertarian bumper stickers, which would probably be safe to say it was a state event then, because it was state bumper stickers. I don't know off the top of my head, to be entirely honest with you. I know they had the stickers and world's smallest political quiz that they were just handing out.
I just want to because I think this is a better event for the party than the Warped Tour would even be.
I agree.
So I want to make sure that we're not getting shortchanged.
No, I agree. So
yes, when you ask for the money too, ask for
you mean when Steve does?
whoever
that
we ask for some supplies that they could fill.
Something that we should probably throw out there is that Amy Parsons has said that if we need another booth
Sure.
with the world's smallest political, she could get it for us, pamphlets and literature and stuff like that she could get. But as far as meetup dues, I know that she pays for the first 3 months of a new county's inception,
That's
for the
cool.
dues for that 3 months.
That's nice.
And then she lets them go on their own. We've been established for 2 years now.
And we're in
So-
self-starters.
Could I also, something that we might want to consider, I think that, being September, we should be having what, whether it's Kathy Glass or Libertarian Party signs. But I think what we need to consider investing in, if we have leftover money, is the actual metal stakes.
Yeah.
Because what's happening is that we're handing out signs that people have no stakes and they're not gonna be used.
Right.
So I think that we need to maybe look and see what kind of good pricing you get for that, because
Okay.
I don't care if it's 50. Not everybody's gonna wanna grab a sign, but we need something in stock, I think, to
Okay. Good point.
accomplish,
So all joking aside, would you mind reaching out to state and asking?
Yeah, I actually tell you the truth, I mean, I think that, as I am the chief operating officer of the state, that's right, so I'm in charge of all this.
So you get your
But the
checkbook
point
out
being
tonight?
is that, I think Amy actually is who I'd probably approach on it. I'll get in touch with her and find out
Okay.
what I can get out of her.
Okay, cool. Any other questions? So, let's go to the slide. Okay. So this is titled Missed Opportunities, and not to be a downer, but really what the slide's purpose is to point out what we've missed because we weren't adequately funded to attend these events. So in May, we missed the Taste of Addison. It was a 3-day event. I don't recall the prices of each of these off the top of my head, but suffice it to say, we didn't have the money anyway. So, June, there was a KLTY Celebrate Freedom on the 26th. It was the rock event over at South Fork Ranch. Very freedom, tea party kind of, I guess, libertarian minded sort of. And then in July, I know it's in the future, but we're not going to attend it for lack of funding. Frisco Freedom Fest is on the 3rd, which is this Saturday. So really that's just to point out what we could have done and what we would like to do next year. So these will be included in our proposed budget next year. Yeah.
On the Freedom Fest, I know obviously it's a couple days, but what is the cost involved in that?
The Frisco Freedom Fest was $400.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Wait, $600.
600,
It's
yeah,
600,
600
more
for,
than
What
for,
did-
for just about,
$600 for the 4 hours.
yeah, for 4 hours.
How many people were they expecting there?
Well, I've been to it. I mean, it draws a pretty decent crowd.
Was this the same one that we went to last year?
No, that was a Labor Day rally.
Okay.
The thing to consider though, just as, again, if I'm not ever a meeting, just to throw my 2 cents in on this, is that whenever you have a lot of people in a short amount of time, you're not gonna have a chance of touching nearly the whole number.
Yeah.
Versus like the
Yeah.
Plano, now you're still gonna have some that stay out of don't come into the inner circle, but probably 3/4 of them do.
Right.
And so you have a lot better chance in capturing numbers. So I think anytime there's a short time frame, we have to really be careful about not getting too carried away. There's gonna be 10,000 people there. Well, no, 10,000 people aren't gonna be walking by your booth.
Right.
That was part of the consideration. The other part was that the day that I contacted, because Brian sent out an email and said, hey, why don't we look at this? And the day I contacted her was 3 days after the application deadline. And so she says, if you can get your application in today,
Yeah.
we can get you in. And the $600 and with the short chain,
Yeah,
with the short time period, it just.
That's ridiculous when compared to the Plano Bloom Festival.
Or even the KTLY Freedom thing, you know what that's like. You get a lot
The
more.
KTLY Freedom, that was much more expensive. Booths
Wasn't it like
start at
1,000?
1,000 and
That
go
was gonna
to
draw.
4,500.
And the
What numbers showed up there, do we know?
That was,
I would suspect it might have been
Huge.
like
Like
the
80,000.
4th of Well, maybe like the 4th of July Tea Party last year. But I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't
Okay,
know.
I'm just curious.
their website had it, but I think it was like 60, 80,000,
Yeah.
something like that.
So anyway, these again will be, we're gonna put these on the calendar for next year, so we can, be prepared and propose budget and fundraise for them, but it's what we missed, and
Point of information, is Addison's not in Collin County, though, right?
No.
Addison's not in Collin County, but that doesn't mean,
If there's a ton of Collin
Attracts
County
a lot
people.
of
actually,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, there's a little piece of Addison that is, and I may be wrong on that, but, no?
Pretty sure
Okay.
it's not.
It's
I know
insurance.
Frankfurt, the tollway, and Trinity Mills, the
Yes.
tollway is.
You know where my office is?
Yeah,
I'm,
That's
I'm,
Collin County.
I'm 200 feet from the county
so I
line.
mean, it's just right outside, and it's just a big enough event that it'll.
Did Dallas do anything with it? So we might want to think about going in conjunction with them.
Oh, I think we
Okay.
should, yeah, definitely. And the same will hold true for Oktoberfest in October, or
Yeah,
September.
that'll probably
whenever
be
they do it.
another expensive affair.
Yeah, that'll be
Is it-
pricey, because it's mostly restaurants.